Russia, leave Ukraine or you reign now. Peace be with you too.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
저희 방송은 다양한 언어를 제공합니다. 다음을 참고하세요. suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Until we have the courage to recognize cruelty for what it is, whether its victim is human or animal, we cannot expect things to be much better in this world. Rachel Carson, vegetarian. Rachel Carson, vegetarian, sparking the modern American environmental movement with a pen. Part 2 of 2. Continue watching to find out more.
Consider that animals like us have one life. It is their only life and as important to them as our own life is to us. Jill Robinson, MBE Vegan.
When greeting people from the indigenous American Choctaw Nation, show your care by asking Chim Achugma. That means, how are you in the Choctaw language. Noble viewers, I am Eddie. The contented people of the Choctaw Nation thank you for your kindness to others. Welcome to Rachel Carson, vegetarian, sparking the modern American environmental movement with a pen, part 2 of 2. Rachel Louise Carson was an American marine biologist, author, ecologist, and conservationist who has been dubbed the mother of modern environmentalism. She is credited with sparking the modern environmental movement through her seminal 1962 book, Silent Spring, and subsequent works. In Silent Spring, Rachel Carson established that one of the most significant features of the insecticide DDT, or dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane, and related chemicals is the way they are passed on from one organism to another through all the links of the food chains. Written with studious research over a span of 4 years, the book carefully documents the chemicals' numerous negative consequences on the environment and how they affect organisms besides the target insect, upsetting the ecosystem's natural equilibrium on a larger scale. The book details how traces of DDT were even found in human breast milk.
We poison the caddisflies in a stream, and the salmon runs dwindle and die. We poison the gnats in a lake, and the poison travels from link to link of the food chain. We spray our elms, and the following springs are silent of robin song.
Ms. Carson also highlighted the fact that DDT was classified as a chemical carcinogen implicated in causing liver tumors during the merciless testing on mice people. She accused representatives of the chemical industry of spreading disinformation, contradicted by scientific research. She also accused the government officials of uncritically accepting the chemical industry's claims of safety. And more radically, she questioned the then dominant scientific paradigm and philosophical belief that humanity was destined to exert control over nature. Rachel Carson illustrated that all biological systems are dynamic and urged the public to question the authorities on the unwarranted decision.
If we are ever to solve the basic problem of environmental contamination, we must begin to count the many hidden costs of what we are doing.
Though frequently attacked by members of the chemical industry and government officials, Ms. Carson never strayed away from her conviction that the widespread and unmoderated use of pesticides was killing humans and nature alike. She spoke out courageously that we are a vulnerable part of the natural world, subject to the same damage as the rest of the ecosystem. Her claims brought about an investigation ordered by the then U.S. President, His Excellency John F. Kennedy. This led to an immediate strengthening of regulations regarding the use of chemical pesticides in the United States of America.
There appears to be growing concern among scientists as to the possibility of dangerous long-range side effects from the widespread use of DDT and other pesticides. Have you considered asking the Public Health Service to take a closer look at this?
Yes, and I know that they already are. I think particularly, of course, since Ms. Carson's book, but they are examining the matter.
Rachel Carson wrote this book about pesticide called Silent Spring in 1962. And it talked about the long-term impacts, the concept of latency and bioaccumulation, which were all new terms. Farm animals were dying with monotonous regularity because of pesticides. People didn't have any awareness that if a fish ate the bug that was poisoned by pesticides, that was going to end up in our bodies.
It touched a raw nerve among the American public.
The public was being asked to accept these chemicals and did not have the whole picture. So I set about to remedy the balance there.
Vegan, the rescuer of generations.
Eco-conscious viewers, let's take a moment to thank the countless animal people, forests, and plants which bless our daily lives. We'll be right back here on Supreme Master Television.
Peace for Ukraine or Ukraine now. Russia, just go home.
Welcome back to Rachel Carson, Vegetarian, Sparking the Modern American Environmental Movement with a Pen, Part 2 of 2. Opening with the chapter, And No Birds Sing, Rachel Carson's book, Silent Spring, brought the environmental movement to the forefront. Her burning zeal in environmentalism led her to proclaim in Silent Spring,
"The current vogue for poisons has failed utterly to take into account these most fundamental considerations. As crude a weapon as the caveman's club, the chemical barrage has been hurled against the fabric of life, a fabric, on the one hand delicate and destructible, on the other miraculously tough and resilient, and capable of striking back in unexpected ways. These extraordinary capacities of life have been ignored by the practitioners of chemical control, who have brought to their task no high-minded orientation, no humility before the vast forces with which they tamper."
There are 211 countries and regions which have animal people protection laws. North Macedonia is one of them.
North Macedonia. Law on the protection and welfare of animals. The persons responsible for the animal people and protecting their well-being must ensure that the animal persons are not exposed to hunger and thirst, are protected from discomfort, and placed in an environment appropriate to their species, free from pain, injury, or illness, are allowed normal behavior, and are not exposed to fear and anxiety. It is forbidden to keep animal individuals solely for the production of fur or leather or feathers. Violators face fines.
Obey the law of your country. No more animal people slaughterhouses. No more hurting. No more murdering them to eat, to lab test, or for any reason at all. Be vegan. Make peace. So be it.
Credited as one of the leading influential books in modern publishing history, Silent Spring created massive public awareness of the dangers of pesticides and herbicides, and how toxic chemicals were affecting not only land and water, but threatening myriads of citizens from the animal kingdom, particularly songbird people. After His Excellency John F. Kennedy commissioned the President's Science Advisory Committee, or PSAC, to examine the claims in Silent Spring, they released a report supporting Rachel Carson's work, giving her great credibility in the scientific world. Ms. Carson was later asked to testify before a congressional committee about the effects of pesticides. She called for new policies to protect human health and the environment, which led to the banning of DDT in the United States in 1972 and internationally in 2004.
The U.S. government went into a review of all of her data, and months later came out with a report basically backing Rachel Carson. She dies in 1964, just shortly after, with cancer. But if you have to make a Hall of Fame of people in the environmental movement, Rachel Carson is the game changer. She's number one.
By closing loopholes which permitted pesticides to be sold before they were fully tested, this bill safeguards the health of all Americans. I'm sorry the voice of Rachel Carson is still today. She would have been proud of this bill in this moment.
Rachel Carson sparked a chain of events that led to the passage of the Clean Air Act in 1963, the Wilderness Act in 1964, the National Environmental Policy Act in 1969, and the Clean Water and the Endangered Species Acts, both in 1972. Moreover, America's first Earth Day was celebrated in April 1970, and the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency was established in December that year. Major environmental legislations were passed in many countries to control and mitigate environmental pollution. Rachel Carson became a social revolutionary, and Silent Spring became a handbook for protecting the future of all life on Earth. She was elected to the American Academy of Arts and Letters and became the first woman to be awarded the Audubon Medal and the Cullum Geographical Medal from the American Geographical Society.
Smart kid? Ah, you are surely a vegan.
Rachel Carson passed away in 1964 at the age of 56 in Silver Spring, Maryland. While she did not live to see many of the important changes that she inspired, her legacy perseveres in the ongoing movement to protect the environment. Silent Spring has been translated into some 30 languages, including German, French, and Russian, and has sold millions of copies worldwide to date. What Rachel Carson hoped to accomplish and worked so hard to achieve in her life was to awaken humankind to the beauty of nature. Miss Carson believed humanity was heading down the path of destruction for all living beings, including ourselves.
But man is a part of nature, and his war against nature is inevitably a war against himself.
All information concerning the scientific evidence of climate change and its solution is in Supreme Master Ching Hai's book, From Crisis to Peace, free for download at crisistopeace.org.
Rachel Carson's advocacy for the ethical treatment of animal people and her lifelong work continues to inspire many to adopt more compassionate and environmentally conscious practices.
Until we have the courage to recognize cruelty for what it is, whether its victim is human or animal, we cannot expect things to be much better in this world. We cannot have peace among men whose hearts delight in killing any living creature. By every act that glorifies or even tolerates such moronic delight in killing, we set back the progress of humanity.
Rachel Carson was posthumously awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Her homes are considered national landmarks, and many awards bear her name. In 1981, the Postal Service issued a Rachel Carson stamp as part of its Great Americans series. We express our thanks to Rachel Carson, a true and inspirational champion of the environmental protection movement.
Turn vegan? Oh, finally free from cruelty.
Luminescent viewers, thank you for your devoted company today. Coming up next is Wondrous Nature's Gift, Versatile Potato, Part 3 of 3, Vegan Sesame Potato Croquettes and Vegan Tuna Potato Salad, here on Supreme Master Television. May we all work to safeguard the health of the wilderness and all life on this planet through the benevolent vegan lifestyle.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. Heaven Godspeed.
We pray for Ukraine or Ukraine.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/MOS.